Welcome back to Sunrise. Glad to have you right here with us. CVMTV's Monday Match Night continues this evening with the feature kickoff in the Jamaica Premier League. The always modest, humble Lions, they take on the resurgent Molynes United at the Jerusalem Mini Stadium. Molynes currently sit ninth and have been climbing the table with their improved form in the second round, while Humble Lions seek to get themselves out of the relegation zone and desperately do need that 3-point boost. Well, still only 4 points separate them in the table, and the league could not be more delicately poised. Kickoff is, of course, at 7:45 as always, and live and exclusive free-to-air coverage can only be seen, as always, right here on CVMTV. The one and only Nathan Curtis, our resident football analyst, he joins us. Happy to be talking about Jamaican football this for another week. Good morning, Nathan.
Morning, Dennis. Morning.
How you do?
I'm not too bad enough. It's been an interesting match day for JPL, so I'm good. There's a lot to talk about.
The folks from Clarendon really need 3 points. How are they going to get it?
I mean, this is a team that has, I think they've done about 8 transfers now, or 9 transfers. So, Humble Lion really is a brand new look team. So you almost feel like you're talking about a second half to the season now where you don't really know who they are. They've looked kind of good in their game so far. They had a game with Mobe that started off well, but ended a little bit poorly. They had that one lead up until about the 78th minute, and then everything kind of fell apart. So it's a team that's a little bit different right now. But when you look at the game overall, for them, they need a victory. They definitely need a victory. And in Molynes now, if you think about it, 2 other teams are ahead of them in Chapelton and in Racing have been finding some form. They've been finding victories. So the simple answer is there's a whole lot at stake, actually, when you talk about these two. And with all of the arrivals that both teams have had, you know, everybody kind of wants to be headed in the right direction. Now, if you think about Molynes sits in a group of about 3 or 4 teams that are about 11 points or 12 points outside of the 6th place, the last playoff spot. So they may be dreaming. Takes a good little run up for me, could get there. But again, because with Humble Lion is a brand new team, we don't know what we're looking at. This could be the team that has a resurgent move in the second half of the season and comes off at the bottom of the league, or they may just find themselves being stuck there.
What has been responsible for Molynes' resurgence in the second half of the season? They look a different side these days. Is it new players? Is it changing of the tactics of the management, of the coach? I mean, what's going on? Because they're looking like a different side. They're looking like they've gotten a boost.
The truth is they've done a lot of work in the January transfer window. And coach admitted that when he was on Final Third with us, that a part of what has happened was that the core players that he had in the first half of the season didn't really take to his tactics. And he's brought in some players who've played with him at the schoolboy level. And they've now they're the ones who kind of have that greater understanding as to how he wants to play. And that is what you've seen us, so especially like a Peter McGregor, a Devon Davis, who is my player to watch for the game, because he's really been a boost, having 4 goals in his last 5 games since arriving in January. He's due a goal. So it's definitely something that you can look at, that Molynes has been a team that has built, especially in the second half, just like what Humble Lion are trying to do, but they've now started to gel and you see them working together in the coaching system. So it bounds for the best for them. And that's why you kind of see the results looking a little bit more consistent now, because the team is playing more to what the coach wanted, as he said himself.
So it would seem as if, you know, both teams have a certain amount of newness in them. It might be an issue of who is further along in the project of the coach. In that regard, then, where do you see this game heading?
This is a tricky one to call, because, as I said, I think Humble Lion has shown a few flashes. And I would not be surprised if Humble Lion were able to sneak a 1-0 victory in this game tonight. I know they're the team at the bottom of the league, but the kind of work that Coach Ducky has done over the past few weeks in bringing in new players, and you kind of see it coming together a little bit, I think this may be the game that proves if the project is working well for him, and he has a team headed in the right direction. And I think as a coach, he has the qualities to be able to get the best out of his players. So I would not be surprised to see Humber Lion walk away with a 1-0 victory in this game.
All right. Thank you very much, Nathan. Looking forward to it. So remember, tonight is Monday match night between the Humber Lion and Molynes United. Kickoff time, of course, is 15 before 8 p.m. And you can see more on CVM News at 7 this evening, where they're going to have an in-depth preview. There's some more Sunrise after this. Stay with us.
Struggling to stave off relegation, Molynes United go head-to-head with Humber Lion on CVMTV's Monday match night. Humber Lion are just off the foot of the table, and a win could take them out of the relegation zone. But Molynes know they need to keep getting victories to assure themselves of safety. That's Molynes versus Humber Lion on Monday match night, January 27. Kickoff is at 7:45 p.m. and it's right here on CVMTV.
Monday Match Night, powered by Sunshine Snacks and ABC Electrical.